All right, let's just jump right in. For what feels like forever, we've all been playing by the same set of rules, right? The big question was always, how do we get found online? Well, that game has completely changed. The entire way we think about digital visibility is being turned on its head. So today, we're going to talk about how to actually win in this brand new world.
So, let me ask you this. You've probably put years of work, tons of resources into perfecting your SEO. You've chased all the right keywords, you've built up your links, you've watched yourself climb those rankings. You feel pretty good about it. You think you've got it locked down.
But what if the entire rulebook just got thrown out the window? What if the very foundation of how people find information isn't about that list of blue links anymore? Because, well, it's not. It's something totally new, and it demands a completely different playbook. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at exactly how the search landscape has shifted. Then we'll define this new idea of the conversation. We'll talk about the move from keywords to authority, lay out a plan for how you can own your conversation, and finally, peek into the future of digital discovery. So, what's the big disruptor here? It's large language models, LLMs. We're talking about things like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. These tools are rapidly becoming the new hub for how we ask questions and, even more importantly, how we get our answers. And because of that, the old tricks just don't work anymore. The whole process of finding things out is becoming, well, conversational. You ask a question, you get a direct answer. And that simple change has massive implications for everyone. Which brings us to this central concept for the new era. You have to stop thinking about just ranking and start thinking about how to own the conversation. But, what does that actually mean? Let's define it. Okay, so here's the textbook definition. Owning a conversation is all about making yourself the absolute go-to cited source for your topic. And notice, it's not just for human audiences anymore. It's about becoming the trusted reference for the AIs themselves. You do that by building deep, undeniable topical authority. So when we talk about the conversation, what is it really? Well, think of it as three interconnected things. First, it's the actual answers that these LLMs are giving people. Second, it's the whole web of citations and sources those LLMs are using to create those answers. And third, it's how you organize your own expertise on your topic so the AI can understand it. And this leads us to a really massive shift in what we should be focusing on. We're moving away from a world that was absolutely obsessed with keywords and into a new one that is all about authority. And this isn't just a small adjustment, it's a structural change in what actually matters. And this table just lays it out so clearly. In the old model, the primary goal was keyword rankings. The tactic was just chasing those keywords, and our key metric was our position on a search results page. Now in the new model, the goal is true topical authority. The tactic to get there is comprehensive coverage, and the metric that matters most, getting cited and referenced by these LLMs. It's a whole new ballgame. And this quote really hits the nail on the head. AI and LLMs aren't just doing a simple keyword count. They're way more sophisticated than that. They're actively looking for and rewarding sources that provide complete, connected, and current answers. They're looking for real expertise. Okay, so the theory makes sense. We get the shift, we understand the new goal, but how in the world do you actually do this? Let's get practical and walk through an actual playbook for owning your conversation. It really boils down to 4 key activities. First, you have to create. We're talking about building deep, authoritative content hubs that cover your topic from every single angle. Think guides, videos, original research, the whole shebang. Second, you develop. You take all that amazing knowledge and build your own custom AI assistants that use your content as the single source of truth. Third, you monitor. You have to keep an eye on your performance in both old-school web search and in these new AI search environments to see where you're being cited. And finally, you have to conduct experiments. You need to be constantly testing what's working, seeing which content the LLMs are pulling from, and then doing more of that. So you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. What's the real payoff here? Well, it's about building a presence that's truly future-proof, one that's built on durability, scalability, and resilience. Let's just put it in perspective. Think about ad spend. You pay your money, you get a temporary spike in reach. The moment you stop paying, it's gone. It's like a sugar rush. But authority? That's different. That's building a foundation. It creates durable, scalable visibility that actually grows and multiplies over time. It's a true asset. And the end result of all this is huge. You build resilience. The next time a big algorithm update rolls out, you're not going to be panicking because your strategy isn't based on some flimsy tactic. It's based on genuine expertise. You end up with a much stronger presence everywhere, for both the people searching and the AIs that are guiding them. So really, it all comes down to this one question. In this new age of AI-driven search, where answers are being created and synthesized in real time, are you going to be just another echo in the background? Or are you going to be the source that everyone else is quoting? The choice is yours.